How would you act if you didn't care what people thought? Who would you be if you knew for sure that you were worthy, loved, and accepted? What would you do if you knew failure was just a stepping stone, not a final resting place? How much more time and energy would you have if you could confidently say no and ask for what you want? Chances are, if you're listening to this audiobook, you've been playing a much smaller game than you're capable of. For a long time, you've had a hunch that there's another way of living that, until now, has been beyond your grasp. You know, if you could only let go of the burden of worrying what people think, you'd do things very differently. You sense it's time to take up a bit more space, to speak a little louder, to be okay with being seen. It's time to cast off the layers of fear, insecurity, and negative beliefs about yourself that have weighed you down, and to reveal the real you, who is capable, strong, confident, and worthy. Women tell me time and time again about their constant worries about other people's opinions, about the pressure to look perfect and the crippling self-doubt and shyness that keeps them from speaking up, about the strain of needing to say yes to every request and invite, which leaves them burned out and overwhelmed, and about the angst of trying to please everyone all of the time. I too have felt broken, unworthy, and ashamed just for being myself. I've gone to extraordinary lengths to avoid situations where I might get criticised because it just felt too painful. I've been mute and red-faced in meetings because I felt my ideas weren't worth sharing. I've shaken with fear because I felt like a fraud, about to be found out at any moment. I didn't dare to dream because I thought I'd never amount to anything. I found it impossible to ask for what I want, even from my boyfriend, because I was scared of the other person's reaction. I've censored myself, dumbed myself down, and agreed to things I didn't believe in because I wanted people to like me. But I'm not doing any of that anymore. And my hope is, after listening to this audiobook, you won't have to either. This book is about becoming the most confident version of yourself, bold, strong, and self-assured. It's about owning your own inner bravery and using that to move past your comfort zone and towards fulfilling your beautiful potential. After all, we're living in a new world with infinite opportunities if only we could get past the things that are holding us back. Most of us would like more confidence, but why is it so elusive? It seems like some women are just born with it, with a boldness that's second nature. And it's true, some people do find it easier to be more confident than others. But what if you're not one of those natural-born assertive types? What if you're a people pleaser and crippled with self-doubt? What if saying no to your partner already seems too much, let alone asking your manager for a pay rise? For those of us who don't currently have ironclad confidence, there's good news. And it's this. Confidence isn't a trait that you're either blessed with or not. In fact, it's a skill we can develop, learn, and improve on. It's a state of mind that you can cultivate, and it's an action that you can start taking right now. How to use this audiobook. This audiobook will lead you through the inner journey of learning to care less about what others think, healing the shame and fear of failure that's kept you stuck in shyness, people-pleasing, and playing small. Next, we'll move on to the practical steps that you can take to grow your confidence, ask for what you want and get it, help you to find your voice, and live the free life of limitless potential you've always wanted. My suggestion would be to listen to this book as if you're doing a course, step by step. I highly recommend taking some notes as you go to remind yourself of the insights most relevant to you, and keeping a journal handy to make note of the exercises that speak to you most. Alternatively, you could just listen through and choose the sections that are most relevant to you, coming back to other sections at a later stage. Make sure you download the free bonuses that accompany this book at www.karmau.com/brave-bonus, where you'll find worksheets and meditation MP3s to support your courage and confidence as you listen to this book.